Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Tuesdays with Terry. My name's Terry, and I'm your friend. As we're wrapping up the year 2022. 2022, can you imagine that? Look back, think of all the things that went well, think of all the things that maybe didn't go like you wanted to. And I wanted to start with a little poem called Mistletoe. It was written by Walter de la Mare. You see, sitting under the mistletoe, the pale green fairy mistletoe, one last candle burning low, all the sleepy dancers are gone. Just one candle burning on. Shadows lurking everywhere, someone came, and they kissed me right there. Tired I was, my head would go nodding under the mistletoe. It was pale green fairy mistletoe. No footsteps came, no voice, but only just as I sat there, sleepy and lonely. Stooped in the will and the shadowy air, lips unseen, they kissed me right there. I hope you get to sit under the mistletoe this holiday season. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. It's all coming your way. You know, as you end the new year, if you're like myself, many times what I do is I try to get perspective on things, and I try to look back and evaluate, and always try to reset and re-goal for the new year. But sometimes, you know, things don't always look good for everyone. I can think of some folks in my life that are going through some tough times, some financial tough times. I can think of some friends of mine that are going through some health tough times with their children, are struggling with their health, young children struggling with their health at a time of the holidays and Christmas when, you know, the joy and kids running around and happiness should be flowing through the house. It's not always the case. And so what happens as you look forward, you have to look forward and say, where can I find hope? What does the future look like for me? What's the future look like for my family? And many times it's hard to find hope when there's uncertainty and conflict, or you're experiencing a loss. You know, when you have lost hope, many times you can find inspiration in words or in the deeds of other people. And so I encourage you to fill your mind with the good stuff this holiday season as you look forward to 2023. I encourage you to read the good books, the good poems that are out there. Fill your mind with the good stuff and let it provide you a little bit of hope. You know, many times hope is much deeper than just simple optimism. You know, say, hey, you got to have a positive attitude. You know, I tell the story about, you know, the father who looked at his son and said, son, you need to be positive, because the son came home and he said, Dad, he said, I'm afraid I failed my math test. And the father said, you got to be more positive. And he said, Dad, he said, I'm positive I failed my math test. You see, I'm not talking about that kind of attitude. I'm talking about really finding hope in the things around us. It's mysterious, you know, hope. It's hard to describe what hope really is. It's very mysterious. It's delicate. It's elusive. Many people can't find it. It's a feeling that we must develop and cultivate. But very much like faith, it's also a state in which we are graced. We can find hope in determination. We can find hope in keeping our promises to ourselves, that we actually did something, we accomplished something, and therefore that was something good. And in particular, that creates a happy moment, a joyful moment, a fulfilled moment for ourselves. So I just wanted to mention is, you know, how do you find hope? And I wanted to share this. I shared this probably a year plus ago when I first started my podcast, but I thought to bring it back out because it's relevant to our times. And what it really is about perspective. One of the ways that I found hope for myself when I was going through adversity, or I was going through a very tough time personally, is I tried to take a look at my whole life and not just one thing or two things that were really going maybe bad with my life. And so I think, and I'm going to show this here. If you're taking a photo of this, I think I'll show you this. But this is a pie. This is a white piece of paper, and I just drew a big circle on it. And in that circle, I cut that circle into 8 different pieces, just like a pizza or a pie. And in each of those different 8 areas, I write down a different part of my life. And the different part of my life is, and these are the things I wrote down. This doesn't have to be for you, but I encourage you to do this. Take out a blank sheet of paper, draw a big circle on it, cut that circle into 8 or 10 or 12 pieces, whatever you want to do. But think about 8 or 10 or 12 different areas of your life. And these are some things that I wrote down. My health. How's my health? How's my fitness? Another area of my life is how is my soul, my spirit, my beliefs? How's my companion? If you have a significant other, you can put their name in there. If you don't have a significant other, you can just write a companion or your spouse, whatever you want to do. I put a $sign for my finances. How am I doing on my finances? You know, it was a tough year this year in the stock market, as you know, and if you had some investments, maybe you took a loss like I did, but I'm just saying it was a tough year. But how are you doing in your finances, and how are you doing in saving, and how are you doing at your debt, and how are you doing at your income, and how are you doing at your finances? Another area I have is my friends, and I go, how am I doing with my friends? Am I keeping in contact? Am I the one to put the hand or the call or the email or the text out to a friend and re-engage my friends in a friendly manner? Or am I sitting back waiting for my friends to engage with me? And then I have my daughter. It's a big piece of my life, Taylor. I spent a couple days with her in New York City. The last few days, we had a great time getting around the city. In New York City, we've been doing that for 25 years. And I always try to rate my relationship with my daughter. I wrote my family on there. My family is my siblings. It's my parents. It's my cousins. It's my aunts and uncles. It's my nieces and nephews. How am I doing at my family and my relationships with my family? And the last one I put in there is my career. How's my career going? Is my career on track? You know, everybody thinks, you go up the escalator and that's a line of success and you advance and you grow. It never works that way. You go up and down and zig around and zag around. And maybe you should have zigged when you zagged and zagged when you zigged. And in any case, you are where you are. How's your career really doing? Are you happy? Are you making progress? Are you enjoying the people that you work with? You spend an awful lot of time with them. Are you enjoying the time that you spend with the people you work with? Are you having fun? Man, if you're not having fun, you're not doing the right things, right? Find something you can enjoy and have fun in, and they say you never have to work another day of your life. Then what I do is I go around that particular circle and I rate each of these areas of my life on a scale of 1 to 10. 1 is it's terrible, it's in the crapper, it's not doing it very well. 5 is average, and 7, 8, 9s, and 10s are, man, these things are really going well in my life. And I rate all of those areas of my life, whether it's 8, 10, or 12, or however many you want to make. By that simple exercise, what you find out, if you are struggling in 1 or 2 or 3 areas of your life, the truth is you're only struggling in 1, 2, or 3 areas of your life. Your whole life is not a struggle. You have many things in your life that are going well. And when you realize that and you look at that, for me, that gives me hope. That gives me hope that there's a better tomorrow. That gives me hope that I can, in fact, improve some of the things that aren't going so well. It gives me hope that everything is not bad. Everything is not terrible. Everything is not down in the dumps. Everything is not in the valley. Why? There are some things that are at the top of the mountain. There are some things that are cresting. There are some things that are brinking. There are some things that are moving in the right direction. And maybe you're not there, but you're on the right path. And I would encourage you to do this. Take 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and take a quick look at your life. Take a quick look at perspective. Take a quick rating on how those things are doing. And then after I do the rating, I pick the lowest 2 or 3. And I ask myself, I wrote it right down here at the bottom of this paper. It says, what can I do this week? Not today, but this week, by the end of the week, what can I do to move and improve? And I think that's important because, we all want perfection, but perfection is hard to find. Progress trumps perfection every day of the week. You don't have to be perfect, but we do have to be making progress. So what can I do this week to move the needle and improve my rating? And all I do is I pick 1 or 2, maybe 3 things. And if it's my health that's struggling and I go, man, I haven't worked out in a week, I got to get back on my workout program. I schedule an Orangetheory Fitness class. If my finances aren't exactly in order, I got to go back and I take a look at my bank statements and I take a look at my investments. I call my broker and I have a conversation and I take a look at my debt and I come up with a short-term plan. It doesn't have to do it all in one day. It doesn't have to do it all in 1 week. All I have to do is take a step forward. 1 foot in front of the other one. Do it this week. Try to get it done today. But it has to be done this week to improve. Maybe it's my relationship with my daughter or my relationship with my friends. And so I go, I haven't talked to this person in a long time. I need to reach out through Facebook messaging, or I need to reach out through a text message, or I need to email that person and just check in with them. Maybe it's my relationship with my family and I need to call my mom. I need to call my sister. I need to call my cousin. Maybe it's my career and I need to do a few things with my career. All I'm suggesting is by looking at the whole picture, what you find out is everything is not necessarily bad. But what you're focusing on, that's why you think that everything is bad, nothing is good, and I might as well go eat rocks, outside. So what is hope? It's hard to really define it. It's hard to find the meaning of what hope is. But I want to just mention that as you approach the holiday season, or you've just going through the holiday seasons, for some people, this is the most glorious time of the year. And for some people, it's the most miserable or desperate or unhappy times of the year, because it brings back so many memories of people they have lost. It brings back so many memories of situations that have gone by or things that haven't gone as well in the year or years past. And it's not always a happy time for a lot of people. And so I would encourage you to keep perspective. I would encourage you to have hope. I would encourage you to read the good books, read the good poems, listen to the good tapes, the good YouTube videos, and continue to fill your mind, get perspective on your life, and continue to know that every day is a new day. And tomorrow can be better than today. And all we have to do is put 1 foot in front of the other. And we have to find ways to improve 1 or 2 things today and find those happy moments that give you hope. My name's Terry. Happy holidays. I hope you have a wonderful 2023.